Soft Squares. Today I'm going to show you how to do the basic paper piecing that's required for the Karma Court. This is a block of the month or a row of the month pattern. I do sell the pattern. I also can get you the kit. I send you all the fabric all at once. So I am going to be working on the yellow blocks, which is the first block. I'm going to show you just the basics of how to put that together, and then you will be set to go forward with the others. Okay, let's look up close. This is just a beautiful paper piece quilt. I saw it in person. I had to get it. It was just so pretty. This is my copy. It's kind of beat up because I folded it. But when you get the kit from me, in addition to the book, you will also get a free little mini pattern. This is 12 by 16. And if this is your first time doing paper piecing, if it's your first time doing paper piecing, do this one first because it is easy and this is more intermediate. But you can do this, and this is set up to be a month at a time per color. You take your time. Don't rush through it, but know that when you're ready to move on, the kit I send you will have everything and you can. But play with some scraps and play with this. But I'm going to show you the first thing. Let's see. You're going to need some things. Oh, by the way, when you get the kit from me, you also get this. It's a water pen from Carolina Moore. You fill it with water. You can use it to help you with pressing to get your seams open. You are going to want to have glue. So I have the Soline glue. You'll see why in a minute if you don't already know. You're going to need a rotary cutter. You're going to need an add a quarter ruler. This is what the package looks like. And it has a lip to that 1/4 inch. Very, very helpful to have that. Obviously your scissors and cut surface and rotating will probably be easier for you. I also have the mini clapper and a mini iron. And I don't have a mini wool mat here. I have something else in place, but setting up all my little minis right here so I can go from one to the other is going to make my life easier. So I've gone through already and I have pre-cut all of the fabric that is needed for the first group of blocks, which are yellow. So here they are. I kept the extra in there just in case I need to cut into it because you never know until you're done. So I've got the 2 shades of yellow, and when you get the kit from me, we label all of the colors. We also, in the front of your book is a page. It's not torn or separate like this, but we will glue the fabric in the right spot so you know. So these are the 2 we're doing. Block 1 uses color 1 and color 2. You're going to get a template that's in the middle of the book. This is what block 1 looks like. And it says right here, block 1. And then it says foundation B, block 1, foundation A. So these are slightly different, and it says to copy this 10 times, and you're going to make 10 of each one of them. So first thing you're going to do is separate it with your scissors, and so we have individual ones. I made a sample the other day, and I'm going, so this is what I made, and now I'm going to make the B block, or this is the B block. I'm going to make the A block. And I did this when I was at my quilt retreat with my guild. I had a lot of ladies to help me, and they were teaching me some tricks and things that just make it a little bit easier. So that's why I'm going to show you guys how to get going with this. I do not plan on doing tutorials through the whole pattern. I will keep you guys updated on my personal progress on it. But Sassafras Designs Lane are the ones who, or Lane Designs, I knew I said it wrong. Anyway, they're the designers. It's a mother-daughter duo right there. And they have amazing tutorials on this. And in the front of the book is also really good. See, this is what your swatch sheet will be. And it will be included. This is mine from figuring things out. Anyway, there's really, really good basic instructions on how to do it, but I'm going to show you in person. But there are also some people that are doing the blocks. And so I'm sure if you Google Sassafras no, sorry, Karma Court with a K, that you'll run into them. I know that Awkward Quilter GA, her name is Lisa, is working on this. I honestly, I'm not sure if she's doing them where you can see her progress, but I know that she has updated us and she's done all of her yellow, which is amazing. Okay, but I'm gonna move on. So we have this. There's also white pieces in this one, and I've cut everything for the first block. And there's 2 sizes of white. I don't think I need all of them out, but they're out. And here's the black, and it's not used on every block. There's different shades of gray and the black, and you can see on here, so it starts with gray or black, and then it goes to a lighter gray, and then a very light gray, and then it fades back to dark. It's really cool. So the yellow has the black, but there's a lot of black, and this is for the whole quilt, not just for block 1. All right, I have to show you something. In the background is Siegfried Softy. He is a new addition to Softsquares, and he has a girlfriend that will be joining us soon. Sophia will be coming, but he's just going to hang out in the back, so to get a glimpse of him, you'll know what he is. And by the way, I'm wearing bunny ears because it is the Friday before Easter, and I'm currently at my sewing quilt retreat, and we are in Heber, Utah. We are going to go on a train, that's a historical train, a train ride tonight called the Bunny Train. So I bought bunny ears for everybody to wear, and most of us are wearing a Bunny Express. No, I think it's the Heber Valley Express. It's the Bunny Train. Anyway, we're going to hop on that, and with that, the whole group of us, we're going to go on there wearing our ears. It'll be fun, lots of fun. All right, so I'm going to change the angle of the camera so you can see what's going on down here. Don't need this. Oh, I should show you this. When you get the kit from me, it tells you extra things that you may need, which were a lot of things I had talked about already. Additional things, you obviously need a sewing machine, you need thread, snips, things like that. But then there's some general information just to kind of get you situated before you even start sewing. And then these are suggested backs that are 108 backings that we have in our shop, and they're all black. And it didn't copy very well, but you can see them up close when you look at the listing on softsquares.com under Karma Court, and then you can pick which one you want. But these are all black and white, which will be really, really pretty on the back of this. So those are just some suggestions. Also, the designers have given us specialized cutting instructions for each color. So this is your quarter or half a yard right here, the whole width, and it only needs 18 by 42, so it's actually longer. You are going to, if you lay your fabric out as best as you can, you're going to use all that fabric and have a little bit left over, but you're not going to have any waste. And you're also not going to need to cut more than is needed. So they've done this on all of the colors to help you to maximize your fabric yardage in your cutting. So it almost can't get any easier than that. There's also a drawing sheet in here. We are doing the exact colorways that's on the cover of this. If you choose to mix it up and do something different, that will be super handy. And oh, one more thing that you are definitely going to need is something like this. This is a stiff, thin cardboard because you need a sharp edge, and I'll show you that why that in just a minute. I got lots of stuff here that I don't want in my way anymore. Oh, and you can use copy paper. It does tell you to make 10 copies. You can put it on copy paper, or you can do special tracing paper just for foundation paper piecing. And I do have these in my shop. If the paper is a little lighter weight, and it makes it easier because you're going to be sewing right on the paper, just like this. And then when you're all done and put everything together, you're going to take the paper off. And so part of the things that are on the bottom of that sheet that are just good things for you to know about is you're going to make your stitch length tighter, goes down, make it smaller. So my machine defaults to 2.5. I'm going to drop it down to 2.0. That makes it tighter, which makes it more of a perforated stitch, so it will actually rip faster or easier without tugging so much on the threads. And you're going to need glue stick because these are so tiny and you can tell they're glued right down. So temporary glue, a regular glue stick does work. In fact, I did that one with this all-purpose Lynne's tacky glue. And then this right here, the slimline kind of fun blue. I like the fact that it has a color so I can see where I put it. All right. We're going to move things. There are a lot of little pieces to this, but once you get a system, it'll be easy. And of course, I'm not at my home to even be in my normal environment, so I'm a little discombobulated. Put all that to the side. And this is the other block that I need to make, so they were on the sheet like this. So cut that one off, went around it, and I'm going to show you how to do this one. First thing you're going to do is, see all these lines on here? You're going to do folds on that line. You're going to use your thin but stiff cardstock, and you're going to use that so you get a nice crisp fold. And those folds are really going to help you with what you're doing. Now, I did bring my light board here, but it's not working, and I don't know why, but that would be really, really helpful as a bonus thing to add to your things. I guess you can see that. Okay. I'm going to do it on this other surface because right now I'm a skinny one. Although this actually spins too, but it's bigger. Oh, by the way, this right here, your fabric has to go over this line. You will not be stitching on this because this is where when you put your blocks together, that is your 1/4 inch seam line. So your fabric does have to go over, and it's all the way around. So it does have that seam allowance built into the pattern. But you don't need to fold the paper on that line. So I'm going to make folds for all the other lines. And get a nice crisp fold on there. Working in the dark. Hopefully we are getting enough light to make this work. This is something you don't even have to be at your machine to do. You can do this in front of the TV. And then I have these little extra pieces. Okay. And it's okay if I don't see, there's no line. I need to fold right here where this is. But I'm going to fold it a little farther and it won't hurt. I just know not to stitch on it because I'll see that the lack of the actual real line is there. But it's the easiest way to get into that crease. So this is why having a thin piece of cardboard is best versus something with a ledge. That way you can get a nice crisp fold where you need it. Trust me, I know this because I tried to get away with something a little thicker. Like actually, I tried to use a ruler, and while it has a nice sharp edge or a blunt edge, it was thick and it didn't give me the nice crisp crease that you would need. Now, all of these lines have a number in them. Again, these designers cannot make it any easier. I mean, this is seriously, they're holding our hands through the whole thing. So right here it says block 1, foundation A, and I already made the B. And first thing we're going to do is go to 1. And it says number 1 is the color 1. Number 2 is color 2. Number 3 goes back to color 1. And the book will also walk you through that, but you sew them on here in the order that you see them on here, and it's holding your hand saying, go grab fabric 1. So fabric 1 is the bright yellow. And now I'm questioning myself. Let's get my feet. Yep, the bright yellow is 1, and then the golden color is 2. And when you get the fabric from me, in addition to us putting it right on your sheet, we're going to put a label on the colors, so it's nice and easy to see what you've got going on. Okay, so 1 is, now first of all, nice that I did that. So you're going to flip it over. And now you can, that's all you see, the lines here. This is where a light board would be helpful. I can still see that there's light behind it. Definitely not opaque. Or yeah, you can see it. So anyway, number 1 goes here, number 2 goes here. This is your stitch line. So what that means is when number 1, we're going to glue it. And get my glue pen. And you want to make sure this is covering the whole area. So from here up to here. Okay. Now number 2 is the golden color. And it is going to get stitched on there on the line, and then we're going to flip it back. But we are going to turn it over, and we can see the stitch line. The fold is to help us know where to place things. And I found that things like to move, so I'm going to put a pin in it. Except I want to do it with the pin over here. All right. Let's sew. Holding it up to the light, you're going to do that a lot. It's really, really helpful. And I have my 1/4" foot on here, and it's going to be just fine because I'm only concerned about where my needle goes, and I can see that. But you don't need your 1/4" foot for this, so you can switch it. My 1/4" foot has a little bar on there, and honestly, I would rather it not be there, but I don't have my regular foot. And I sew like this all the time, so I can make it work. But if you have a little bar that bothers you, grab your other foot. Okay. Stitching right on the line. You can't see that, but it is there. And now, and I don't always need, I just want to, we're going to separate these and peel it back and keep going. But we have a lot of things to do first. Okay. This is where you're going to take your 1/4" at a 1/4 ruler. You're going to take your paper and fold it again where that fold is, where this sticks up from it. And you're going to take your at a 1/4 and that little edge right up to the paper, and that won't go anywhere. But this is where we're going to trim it so we don't have all the bulk of all the pieces, because it's going to get bulky, especially with the tight stitches we have. And I think I need a new blade. It could be my mat. My mat is super worn. Okay, so now I have a nice clean 1/4". I open it up, and now we're going to fold this back and go on to the next color, which I know is yellow, but let's just make sure we're reading it right. Yep, yellow. Yep, there's yellow. Okay, so again, I wish my light board was working. You just need to make sure that this is on there, and these pieces are actually really generous. So you do not, you could be super sparing if you wanted to be. I don't want to be. And I am going to continue to glue. You do not need it, but I want it to stay as flat as possible. You can take your iron at this point, but I think I will. But actually, you do want to take your iron. What am I thinking? You do, because you need it really, really crisp and clean. See how flat that went? And then it's going to keep everything flatter as you go. You can use that if you want to. On this one, I did not have access to an iron where I was doing this from. And you can see it's not quite as tight. Hopefully it's not as noticeable once it's in the quilt, because right now it's on the paper. But they're not as flat as I can get. Okay. Put this on top. Flip it over. Now we're going to stitch between 2 and 3. As long as you line it up. Making sure needle down is always a good way to start. I do not know if you can see this. There are actually little tiny dotted lines that go beyond these pieces. It's telling you to stitch a little bit beyond the solid dark line, and that is to help you tuck all your edges in. Okay. So now we're back to this. Fold it back. 1/4 inch, add a quarter, trim it down. Then keep the glue in there. That part, I believe, is not common. It's just what I want to do. Okay, next one. And my line, you can see, is right here. Obviously, we're getting a lot going on down here. I'll probably even offset this. Ew, that's an ugly cut. That line is actually like here. So I do not need these. I'm not going to line my fabric up with that. So as long as this is with light box or light in the room helps. Between 3 and 4. I think I've got this wrong. Oh. I need it to be all the way up there. So this is why you gotta look. You gotta look. We should be okay with this. Hung up on it. We're starting right on the edge. I don't like that idea. My fabric up. Stay as close to that line as you can if you want consistent blocks. Say that, then I go off. All right. Yep. Fold it back on the line, trim it. Again, we have a nice 1/4 inch. Moving on to the next one. This is where it's nice if you have the cutting board separate from your ironing board, but it will work. Leave this a minute. Where's my glue pen? Is it right here in plain sight? That was Leanna's arm. I'm really good at misplacing things without even moving, and you guys just witnessed that, so thank you. I love these little basting sticks. I like that better than the slimline one. Okay. Yeah, the line is now over here, so I do not need to go that far over. But you do need to make sure that you're going to cover, stitch over it. Oh boy, no, we're good. Here's my line. Here's my, oh yeah, my fabric will be there.
I have had it.
Okay.
So I think it is the
All right, looks good. Here's my fold. This is that one I struggled with to make it look pretty, so I had a bunch of ugly folds in there with it. All right. I must have grabbed 2 yellows. Huh? I'm losing my mind. I don't have to go far. Say hello to Leah. The walls in this place are design walls. That's why she's able to poke. Oh, she's not putting anything up. Oh, she is. Let me change the camera angle. Look, the walls themselves are special. Puppy design. It's awesome. This is a great place. Okay, come back down here. All right, hold it back, press it down. Give it a really crisp. It looks so nice. There's my thing. Thank you, Leanna, for that. It will actually do better if you can leave that on there. I'm not patient. Again, you don't need to do it at this point. Oh, but I want to because it's already hard enough to keep it straight when it's on the bottom of where you're stitching. Okay, there's that. Here's the next one. The light board would be lovely. finish our projects, we get to do show and tell. That's what's going on over there.
Oh, well, you know, stuff if you don't have to.
That was not even close.
No.
There's a lot of layers of fabric down here. If that's where things are joining.
I have.
Last one
Uh-huh.
of the yellows.
That's what I take with me when I go camping. Well, that's where I had all the original
Wow,
stuff.
so pretty. Are you gonna do what color border? So the,
I'm gonna, well, I don't know if I'm gonna dig come with the border, but I could probably find something.
This part down here will not be staying, so I'm not too concerned about it. I don't know if you can see through the paper. I need like a big bright light here.
oh my god.
I had to work hard to get.
Okay, let's move on. So I've done 1 through 6, and now number 7 is here. And the accent is white. And so I have got my 2 sizes of white here.
Nicely done. Good job.
So this is actually going to go right here, and then this other white is going to be a bigger piece. And go right here, but on the other side.
Ooh, that's fun.
Okay.
You did
Here's
what?
here's my line. This needs to overlap that.
And you made it through.
Made it.
Was it as hard as you thought it was gonna be?
No, but you do have to slice it.
You do have to.
Oh, it's hard to see the white.
You put this half.
All right, let's see how I did.
Okay.
Again, this is not a very well lit
Right.
area,
So.
Good job.
and
Oh, that's
I
so
came
cute.
home, I was so upset because I knew I needed to do something. I remember after.
oh, that's not what we're doing. You gotta do it right where I told you.
Oh, the Bill Bronson? Oh, shoot. Whoa, darn it.
Stitch or 2. Little dotted lines in there to tell ya. I guess I'm on the pressing part, aren't I? Okay, what have I done? This is wrong because I was thinking that the stitch line was over here, not here. That doesn't cover it at all. So this is the joy of stitching on paper. It's a tighter stitch. Just be really careful taking it out so that my paper is still intact and I can keep using it. Welcome to my sewing today. Good news is I know where to sew. Pretty obvious now. I put my white on here right. Need threads. Okay. This needs to go here so that it will flip open like that. And it's only this little teeny piece from here to here.
For nails.
Here. Yeah. Okay. Hold your breath for me. Yep. I got Marlene over there. Yep. She's trying to do it for me. Actually, really fun. And the nice thing is you're making 10 of each of these. So once you get the hang of one and you just keep repeating it, it should come a lot smoother than the first block. Okay, so that's folded back. Let's trim our 8. Did I forget to trim on the last one? No. I don't think so. So if we do this, okay, 3/4 inch. We got that. We're going to press it open.
I didn't even open the book. I don't know how to hear Dutchman's puzzle.
Okay. Now the next piece, we did 7. Now it says to do 8, but I'm going to do 9 because I'm already down here, and I want to deal with these little floppy things bothering me. So I'm not going to glue it because there's almost nothing there, and I think that this will lay flat. But this is actually going to go here. It's going to go. Oh, this is hard with white in the dark with no light board.
Do you need more light?
I do, actually. My own fault. That's right. So just gonna make, now this is a really big piece of fabric. Just make sure you're gonna cover what you need when you open it. Oh, and get the right side down. You can move,
Ooh,
my guy.
go.
Sure, it's still there. Ah. Now this is fun because I'm now done with the rows and I'm going against it, and this is what the back looks like. But here's our fold right here. So we actually pull it back, and it does have a stitching past the fold to make sure that the stitches aren't closed in there. So that's why this looks like this. Okay. And press it back. Oh, Marlene, thank you. Marlene to the rescue.
Now you're gonna have to find a place to put that where it will be helpful.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, look at that pretty block so far.
Let's do this.
It's stuck around your hand there.
It did. I think that made a big improvement. Let's see what we can come up with.
Oh, I did it again.
The light works.
There you go.
Well, first time you did it, I thought we were having a power outage, and then I saw her machine was still on. I'm like, no, that machine is
You're in
still
the doorway and I leaned against the thing.
So this is what I have so far.
Isn't this the second time you've turned?
Uh-huh. Today, yep. So I just did this and this. That's where I am right now. And now I'm going to go down and do the bottom two. Eight. Okay, so here's my.
I am. It's my job.
She's good at it.
Somebody's got to do it.
That's usually my job.
Well, yeah, see? I'm giving you a rest.
Are you trying to tell me you've learned well?
Oh, this is so much better having the light. You guys can't see what I see, but I can see better. Pretend it looks good. Yeah, I'm really disappointed in my light box. You don't need a light box, but it's sure handy. And I actually had mine.
With one of my outlights, but with the little tiny one, it takes up so much less room and it's almost as bright. Well, bring that.
My stitch is going to be here.
So bright, I didn't need it.
Pull back. I think we're good. I'm hungry. It's almost dinner time. I'm
Larger
hungry.
outlight, a little tiny spotlight. Little window. And my sewing machine has a lot of.
All right. Fold it back. Again, we're going over, so it's okay that it looks like that. Okay. Fold it back.
good, I can't even find it now.
I really like your peach preserves.
Cute.
It is so pretty. I love
And then
this
I'm gonna
flash
need
of
the
Is that
bigger
what it's
piece
Yeah.
for the next one, which is this one. And definitely having light coming from behind makes it so I can see. I got it. It's big enough to, it's going to cover that. Okay, again, we've got that. It's okay. Look at all those thick layers from the fan. Okay. Wrench, open it up, open this side up, press it back. Okay, now it says to do 10. No, I did that. I did the odd numbers first. I did 9, 7, 9, 8, 10. So 11's left, and 11 is the big black strip that goes here, and then we're going to trim it down, and it hopefully look just like this, but mirror image. Black. And like I said, these are generous cuts.
Okay, I think dinner is ready.
Oh, that's a good sound. At least high enough to be covered by stitching. Just light, yeah, get a light. Definitely get a light. You can't really see because I've got the light right there where. Whoop. There. This is exciting. It's hopefully my last stitch.
Just in time.
And what time did you want to leave, Lynn? Are we supposed to be there at 5:30?
Yeah, so we're gonna leave at 5:15.
Okay, so we probably need to eat.
Yeah.
All right, let's eat dinner.
Shannon's being our mom, and that's great because we need somebody to take charge.
Somebody's got to wrangle.
Somebody. I did not mean that in a bad way. It just came up to me. Shannon has been working her little fanny off. Okay. So that looks like your blade away. So now what's left is to trim around the outer 1/4 inch line. Again, this is your seam allowance, so it definitely has to be that long. And right now though. Remember, do not cut into or beyond this line. You have to have that 1/4 inch seam, or you're not going to have nice seams. And your whole project will be off. light. Okay, here's the back side. I stitched on all those lines. Here's the front side. And it mirror images the other one. So depending, you have to read the instructions, but depending on what it says, some of the blocks will be hooked together like this, some of them will go, I don't know what to look at. But I have them, so now I have one of each, and now I have to make 9 more of each one of these. This color, times 12. It wasn't that hard. I think my biggest downfall was the light, and I'm also not wearing my right prescription of glasses. That didn't help anything. But leave your paper on, and then when you sew them together, obviously you put wrong sides together, and then you stitch right on that line again. Okay, let me know if you're doing this and if my tutorial was helpful. Thanks for joining me today. Have a great day. Bye.